Good morning, everyone. Hey, with the recent NAR changes, we've still had a few questions in regards to which form to use when showing a property. So I'm doing a brief overview of the limited showing agreement. So first off, with the new recent NAR changes, you are required to have either the limited showing agreement, which you can find on the RealtyPath Library website, or you need to have a buyer-broker agreement in place before you can show any properties. So if you have a client who is unwilling, or you're still testing the waters and trying to build that relationship, and they don't quite feel ready to sign a buyer-broker agreement, then you could do a limited showing agreement for compensation or without compensation, with the hopes to build the trust and then create a buyer-broker agreement. So first off, you'll put the personal identifiable information here for your clients. And this is breaking down the scope. So this is just saying, we are showing you these properties, we do not fully represent you. And again, this clarifies this by saying you are currently a customer, not a client, which means you are not giving full fiduciary responsibilities towards your potential client, but they are just a customer and you are just showing them the property. And lastly, this goes into details about the importance of entering into a buyer-broker agreement, so that way your potential client can be fully represented with full fiduciary responsibilities that you'd provide to them as a real estate agent. Here you can choose to not receive compensation or receive compensation for that showing. If you are to request compensation for a showing, you do need to run that, as it is a commission, through the brokerage. And we do have to have our accounting run through that. It needs to go through a SkySlope and compliance. And so there is an 80-20 split on those compensations. And so it is in your best interest to work a way through creating a buyer-broker agreement that does fully compensate you fairly for your services and your expertise. And so additionally, what we have here is saying that neither you nor the brokerage are responsible for anything outside of just showing the property in this case. However, you are still required in all cases to not discriminate against protected classes, and we are sure that our agents would not be doing that. And then you'd have them sign this. Now again, it has to be done before you show the property. And so you need to make sure either you have the limited showing agreement or you have a buyer-broker agreement in place. Now, for those who don't know, you can have a buyer-broker agreement for one specific property. And we will go over that in another video, but it can be based off of, hey, I'll show you this property, but if you do move forward in this one, then I would be representing you and receive my compensation. That is the more advised route to go. However, we do offer you this option as well if you feel more comfortable with that with your clients. So I'm sure you'll find this helpful, and looking forward to seeing you guys have a great year.